Another big thing that we saw from the research that's been an interesting change is 37,000 of our weekly radio listeners completely paid off their mortgages in 2021. So, rather than make assumptions on why they did that, the reality is there's a huge percentage of our audience that have paid down debt for the biggest investment, the biggest asset that they'll ever own, which is their house, which has gone up in value. So that is a single really big shift that's never occurred, certainly in my time in tracking media listeners or viewers. Another interesting thing that occurred is 26% of our weekly radio listeners had an increase in household income. In fact, 26% of our weekly listeners had an increase in their household income in the last 12 months. And that income, that increase was best seen in two key brackets. The largest increase was in that 60 to 80,000 bracket, and the 120,000 to 160K household income bracket. So another really positive impact financially that's occurred if you look at that as what changed in the last 12 months. Another interesting fact that I've never seen before, there was a 136% increase in the people in our radio listeners who went out and bought a caravan, a boat, or a motorbike in the last 12 months. It was 26,000 of our listeners. And just think about that for a minute. If you're in that category, or if you're selling products or anything around those products, that's a significant market, a significant shift in people that are in a category ready to buy. So that occurred in the last 12 months. When we're looking forward, so that was a statistic on what changed with ownership, what people bought last year. What people are intending to buy this year, the biggest standout shift is in insurance. So the insurance category, 60% of our audience, our weekly radio listeners, intend to purchase insurance products in 2022. So that could be buying into a category they haven't had before. So that's covering household insurance, life insurance, health insurance, and personal income protection insurance as well. So that gives you an example of what our listeners are intending to purchase this year.